Hi, my name is Teresa Alabata, and I am the Powerful Asian Paradigm Shifter. Today, I feel like talking about why I think spiritual people are afraid to elevate or transcend, even though we know we need to do something to get to the next level. That is such a specific and long winded uh, topic. I'll try to find something more concise for the title, but it's basically about those of us who are maybe highly sensitive, spiritual, um, have a strong connection to our sixth sense, and we are sensing that we need to do something different to get to a higher level in life or transcend, or maybe you're not highly sensitive and you're just somebody who wants to improve their lives, and you know changes need to be made, and you may even know what those changes are, but you're like afraid to do them. Um, for various reasons, usually related to some kind of fear or insecurity. And I just randomly felt like um, talking about some downloads I've been having recently about what could be going on an energetic and mental and emotional level. I'm not a doctor or anything, so please, uh, don't take this as like medical or psychological advice. I'm just a highly sensitive person and intuitive, and I've just lately been feeling inspired to make some videos about what I'm sensing and intuiting and certain ideas and um, thoughts that have been crossing my mind or inspiration. So I'm suspecting that when we get to a point in our lives when we need to make improvements, or if you're on a spiritual journey and you want to transcend and get to a higher level, but there's fear. I think what could be going on, and I'm trying to say this in like as like 3D and grounded a way as possible. Um, I think what is happening is that we are starting, when we start to have the idea that we could improve our lives and we would like to, we're starting to access higher frequencies of existence, higher planes. Some people might call it going from the 3D to the 5D. Some people might just call it elevating. Some people might just call it self improvement. But when we start, I feel like when I'm starting to think about ways and how I want to improve my life, whether it is, mundane, practical things, like with health or wealth, or spiritual things like with intuition, or um, like learning different kind of spiritual philosophies or whatnot, and like wanting to live a more peaceful and like emotionally calm, life, with everything with everything going on this pandemic. It's been very easy to be just stressed out and feeling like everything is like a soap opera and melodramatic. And please excuse these tears. I just did my eye makeup, and I have not worn eye makeup in a while, and I'm tearing up, I think, because of the eyeliner. But in any case, I feel when you start to get to a point where you are starting to become open to more ways of existing, to higher levels, to things that improve yourself and your life, you are accessing higher frequencies of being and your intuition. And so higher frequencies means that things are moving faster. It's kind of like like different wavelengths of light. If you look into color wavelengths, you'll see like it's like the seven chakra system, where like the warmer red tones are on the bottom, and the higher frequency um, like shorter wavelengths but that like move more frequently in those frequencies are like blue, indigo, purple toned kind of colors. Um, we kind of are in our comfort zone of this like slower red tone, like or just warm tone wavelength. Um, and as we kind of go into the green and like blue, purple, indigo frequencies of like higher levels, you know, that means that we're starting to access information that will help us operate faster, that will help us manifest faster, that will help us maybe access wealth or improved health, and the understanding of of how life works in better ways that help us to accelerate our progress. And that can be kind of scary because it's an adjustment. Like, you go from your comfort zone where you're coasting, it's kind of, like, you don't need to put much effort into it. You don't need to try. It's not really a challenge to going to a higher level in life or existence, or your spiritual journey, whatever journey you're going through that you want to improve. And now it's challenge, and it will require more energy, more effort, more of taking like a leap of faith, because it's a new plane of existence, it's a new level, you know um, and you haven't operated on it yet. You don't know how it's going to be. You don't even know if you'll be able to become comfortable in it, and you don't know how long it's going to take. But you do know that, like, it will improve your life, it will improve your health, it will improve your wealth in some way. And so I think that's where the fear of transcendence, elevation, expansion, like getting out of your comfort box, of like predictable, familiar ways of being, being afraid to step out of that box is, I think that's where that's coming from. An adjustment to the potential idea of an improved way of existing, or a better way of doing whatever you want to do, living however way you want to live. Um, and I have some notes on my laptop to the side, so excuse my gaze going elsewhere. But so I think the desire for improvement usually comes through a lot of pain. So obviously, this pandemic has, had a lot of it, a lot of loss and a lot of change, and that can hurt, especially when you don't expect it, or you're not ready for it, or having trouble like accepting it for one reason or another. My father passed away last year. That was a change, a loss, an adjustment for me. But what I've found in my experience through grief is that it has also created space for me to, I don't know, like, expand in different ways. And I feel like even just problem solving everyday things has become faster. Maybe he's helping me out. Maybe, I don't know, maybe just something about the challenge of dealing with a loss and so much life changes that come with losing a family member, challenged me and forced me to transcend. I think like sometimes like this pandemic, I think sometimes we're just like forced into situations that we don't feel like we're ready for, but we just have to meet because it's time for a change, or it's been time. And I think that ascension and transformation and elevation often come through learning lessons through pain and karmic life lessons. And certainly this pandemic accelerated this process for a lot of us. We've lost so much, but I think so much has changed, and I think now there's just room and space for new things, or just to make more of the things that we would like, and that will change for each individual. And so this is an interesting place to be, like, if you are in like a fork in the road and you're seeing new possibilities for yourself. Something you'll have to keep in mind is that there's going to be people from your current or previous life that or lifestyle that they'll just be there. They're comfortable, they're not ready to change, or they won't change. And it's an interesting challenge to be able to try to accept that, while accepting your own desire for self-improvement, elevation, growth. And it will be tempting to just stay in that comfort box, with whatever community or company or partnership you may have or have had. And it's really up to you. I can't really tell you to change before you're ready, right? But I think if there's some part of you that is uncomfortable and irritated with how things currently are, it seems at least obvious to me that something needs to change. And hopefully you will find hopefully there will be people in your current life that will be able to join you and support you. But what is also possible is that as you explore new things, new worlds, new skills, new communities, new topics of interest, you will hopefully find new people and new communities and new support systems to um, help encourage you, on whatever new path you are interested in exploring and feel guided to go toward, to go towards. um, but the more, and also the thing is, as you explore and you start to become more familiar with the new you and the new information you're learning, or the new experiences you're having, you'll become more familiar. You will get into a frequency where you will start to just meet other people like you, or like the person you want to be, as you take those steps forward, whether they're baby steps, whether they're full-on adult strides. um, the more familiar we become with something, the less afraid we are, because now we're getting acclimated to it. Now we're becoming used to it, and it's becoming a part of our new comfort zone, and we're becoming more comfortable with a more challenging place, but a place that also has more rewards. Because, as I said earlier, when you get to a higher level, you are literally raising your frequency, and higher frequencies like color waves or waves of light just move faster, or even waves of sound. Those frequencies they move faster, and so things happen faster, and more efficiently, and hopefully with better results as well. Things just operate literally at a higher level, um, as you um, step up to the plate. So you know maybe you'll go back and forth as you transcend and as you start to make improvements in your life. But if you truly want to be happy, the best way through it is forward. Even if it's slowly at first, it at least allow for the potential and the possibility of you know endless growth, expansion, through education and learning, and experiencing new things. And as you experience new things, you'll learn from them, and hopefully continue this, upward cycle of you learning and growth. Um, so I don't know who needed to hear this, but I felt inspired to share this message, and I hope it reaches the right people. Thank you for listening. If you like this video, please like and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.